In this video, we are going to study the first application of Euclid's division lemma. We are going to apply this one in order to identify the HCF of two numbers. So what I'll do is I'll give you directly the algorithm. We'll follow the algorithm in order to find the HCF, and we'll try one simple example. All right. So let's consider any two numbers a comma b. All right. So you express a in terms of b just as usual. So you divide a by b. Let's say you get some quotient and you will get some remainder, let's say r1. So now you can express a as b into q1 plus r1. So if the remainder turns out to be 0, if remainder is 0, then what does that mean? A is divisible by b. If a is divisible by b, then obviously the HCF itself is b. HCF is b itself, correct? Take example of 8 and 4. So if you take 8 and 4, 4 2s are 8 and the remainder becomes 0, then the HCF directly is 4. Now the question comes, what if the remainder is not 0? So if the remainder is not 0, now what you do is you now express b in terms of r1 using again your Euclid's lemma. So b again you divide by r1. Let's say this time you will get some q2 and the remainder r2. So now let's see this one. So how will it be? Now express b in terms of r1. So it will be r1 times q2 plus r2. Again, if the remainder is, if this r2 turns out to be 0, then HCF of a and b is directly the r1. Alright. If the remainder is not 0, again go back and same thing. Now express r1 in terms of r2. Now again, you see what we are taking here. We are taking the previous divisor and the remainder. Previous divisor and the remainder. So here also we took the same thing. Previous divisor and the remainder. So we express previous divisor in terms of this remainder. Next again, previous divisor you express in terms of this remainder. So let's take some, let's say we'll get some q3 and the remainder, let's say it is r3. Now r1 can now be written as r2 times q3 plus r3. Again, if the r3 turns out to be 0, then r2 is the HCF of a and b. So you go on doing like this until this remainder becomes 0. At some point of time it is going to become 0 and the final divisor itself is the answer. Alright. So let's take simple example. Very simple example we'll take. We'll start off with simple example. Let's say 12 and 8. Alright. So question is find the HCF of 12 and 8. We'll first do step by step like this, and next example I'll show you a faster way to do this one. Alright. So 12 and 8. So we know normal way of finding HCF. Let's first find the HCF normally and let's verify using this one whether we get the same answer or not. So how do we find HCF of 12 and 8 normally? Using your prime factorization method, you can do like this: 2 6 are 8, 2 4s are, then we have 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are, so there are no more common divisors between 3 and 2, therefore HCF is 4. Correct? That is the HCF. Let's see whether we get the same thing using Euclid's division lemma. So what you start? You start off now expressing 12 in terms of 8. So how do you express 12 in terms of 8? You start dividing. Okay, let me write it here. So 12 divided by 8. So 8 1s are 8, now 4 remain. So now 12 can be expressed as 8 into 1 plus 4. Since the remainder is not 0, so we still don't know HCF. So now what you do? You take the previous divisor and the current remainder and you express previous divisor in terms of current remainder. So now we express 8 in terms of 4. Now how do we express 8 in terms of 4? So we again take 8 divided by 4. So 4 2s are 8 and it becomes 0. Now the remainder is 0. So now 8 can now be written as 4 into 2 plus 0 by Euclid's division lemma. So as I said, once the remainder becomes 0, the divisor itself is the HCF. So this divisor, which is 4, is the HCF. Did we not get the same thing here? Yes, we got the same thing. So what we do, writing this step every time is a little tedious. What we do is, I'll show you an easier way to solve this one. It's like a tree, it comes neat tree, and we will solve that one, and that is much easier way to find this one. Alright. So what did we understand here? We understood that HCF can now be found using Euclid's division lemma very quickly.